L'chaim Tillicum. I finally graduated from college with a bachelor in history and a minor in German. So now I have free time to make videos again. I also got a new mic, pretty exciting. Still working on that Chinook Wawa video. I had to stop working on it about halfway through the semester, but I'm dedicated to getting it out as soon as I can. A lot has happened in these past few months, and I hope y'all are staying safe during these times. And also thanks to the people in the various Discord servers that I'm in that have helped me work on my Chinook Wawa video and everything. With that out of the way, let's get to the topic of our video. So, in the attempt to make a serious Cascadia YouTube channel, I had to make a lot of other social media accounts to try and get the word out. So I made like an Instagram, TikTok, an X account, Blue Sky, the whole deal. And since I've had a lot more free time recently, I began to scroll on TikTok more often. And I kept coming across this person named Marion who makes a lot of Cascadia edits. I thought some were good. They seem decent enough. I have some videos about hating Idaho, but I mean, as an Idahoan, so do I. I assume that they hated Idaho for the same reasons, right? And if they did, they're probably a decent person. But them liking my comments on their account seems to prove that they agree with me. Some of their posts, however, I'll play one. They were kind of odd. Take a look. Doesn't that seem a bit off? Like kind of far right-esque? What's with a happy merchant? These videos made me a bit wary of their account, but I also saw them openly counter self-proclaimed Nazis or fascists, so I figured it was just an odd quirk of theirs. Proof of them doing this, I don't believe exists anymore. Their original account was deleted, which we will get to that reason as well. Admittedly, I've made this mistake in the past, face to face with real people. I talk about this story a lot if you know me. So I should have known, but I didn't. And in one of their TikToks, they had a link to their server. So I hopped in. I said, "What's up?" I got vetted. I lied and I said I was from Washington and Northern California because there wasn't an Idaho option, although I have lived in both places. I was born in Northern California, as I mentioned before. Then when I was vetted, I admitted that I was from Idaho. People didn't really care, and honestly, a lot of them were really friendly. But Marion was different than I expected. It seems people in her server think the same. Before I tell you what Marion is like, I want to put a disclaimer. I will not tolerate any harassment towards Marion or any other people shown in this video. This is not only for their sake, many of them are decent people, as you'll see later, but also for your sake, and especially for my sake. If you follow Marion, this is your post telling you to unfollow her and block her. If you have never seen her account, then this is your cue to block her if you do. It is my experience that the majority of hateful people are hateful because they need therapy. However, it is not within our ability to give them therapy. The best that we can do is keep them out of our lives and protect others from them. What I'm trying to do is to warn y'all so that you can avoid them. I'm aware that avoiding them is a luxury, and I realize other stances, but for the sake of everyone involved, do not pursue them and stay away if able. So here's the backstory. Someone was talking about Christianity in the server, and I chimed in talking about my recent church experience. Another warning for this video, I'm pretty sure Marion uses slurs, and if not in this video, then the next. Anyways, here's the video.
I recently started going to church more often.
Fuck yeah.
Even got to light some Advent candles.
What denomination, Doc?
I was invited by my pastor and gave a prayer too. I'm non-denominational, but the church has a specific denomination lemma check, M.
Same. I went Roa Seventh-day Adventist for a while. Do not recommend.
American Baptist or Disciples of Christ.
Love that twin.
Our church is over 100 years old, I believe.
W.
Apparently, they can trace their presence in the area to 1875. W.
Non-denominational.
Ye.
Not going to a church ATM, but if I did, traditional Anglican or Catholicism. We have an Episcopal near me, but the pastor is gay.
Yeah, Catholics looking real good, aren't we? Actually have Catholics that go to our church.
Abrahamic religion is a stain upon civilization.
My pastor got her degree in theology in Scotland and has introduced a lot of eye-opening stuff to me.
Only base thing in that sentence is Scotland.
Scotland!
Alba Gu Brath, wokeness is a disease upon earth. Not everyone is equal. Cascadians and Scottish people are all the superior race.
My pastor has really taught me a lot about the Bible. I've learned, although indirectly, that I don't particularly care about the afterlife anymore. I just want to do good and follow Jesus.
Black churches are the holiest places on earth!
I'll give my takes on Christianity from when I was a chud.
When was?
Black churches are heretical slop. Catholics are subhumans. Protestants should be cleared out. Baptists will be hung. And death to the world.
It is not possible for Christians to take part in anti-Semitism. We are Semites spiritually.
This is why I left the religion. I hate everything Jewish or Jewish adjacent. They have done nothing good for the world. Hitler was too Jewish for me.
Fuck Israel. Christians are spiritually Semites.
Nuke Israel, destroy the Middle East, destroy everything Semitic. Burn the Torah. Rip up the Quran. Christians are okay. The Middle East is an affront to the gods, not but one
I've
good
never
thing
met or
came
seen
from
a
there.
Jewish person in my life!
Crazy, right? What the fuck is she on about? I largely attempted to ignore her throughout this whole conversation, but she would just not shut up. I believe this clip would be enough to stop most of her viewers from watching her videos because she hides a lot of her views in her videos and even in her replies on her TikTok. I'm sure it's because she's aware of her opinions and that they might not be very popular. Anyways, here's the next video. It's 3 times as long. And if you thought she was bad then, she's much worse here.
Other than when I was posted up in St. Petersburg, Russia for a few years, I'm not woke enough for Israel versus Palestine. I don't know what I'm woke enough for Mao Zedong and Stalin destroying liberals and Jews.
Perhaps
You're
the
like
Civil
Dugin.
War in the Central African Republic.
Not woke enough for that either. Africa finally doing something interesting, and it's just another Jewish religious war. I can't even read the small print, bro.
My bad!
I don't support anything that Africa or the Middle East does. Just get rid of those regions in South America.
I'm like, what do you say fuck me for?
Only North Africa has to go rest can stay!
No. North Africa isn't where the gorillas live. We were Kangs and Sheet.
North Africa is where the San niggas live! It's okay, I'm black!
North Africans actually were kings and shit. Anything below North Africa is an uncivilized hellhole. The Middle East gotta go too. Africa had Africans exist on it and hasn't recovered since.
We've recovered massively, actually.
China, if you can hear us.
Rhodesia, more like non-existential Mao.
China. Please
Please
build
save
roads
me.
for us, China.
Please save me, Donald Trump. Please. I'm asking you. Please save me. Please save me. Please get these people away from me.
Africans be Africaning. A majority of white South Africans are more African, those black Africans.
Bro, just saying shit!
Africa, the Americas, and partly Oceania were separated by land barriers and not open to the massive trade routes that spanned Eurasia.
If you can be born in a land and be considered a member of the culture, you can become more embedded in the culture than some native members audit. Eurasian here, where our base panslavism is the future.
True, but that would then be implying these colonizer cultures share anything with African cultures.
Afrikaners themselves consider themselves European, not African.
I mean, African culture is just being tribal and sheed the sun gods.
We had entire empires, bro.
Have you no respect for Cascadia's natives?
King Von, please kill more ops so we can communicate with elephant dung men named Steve, steamrolled by Europeans.
Not really.
Could you consider Oblak one of the great African empires?
European rule was mostly indirect.
And King Von a great African emperor.
King Von was a demon, bro.
He was a serial killer who bragged about killing people, and he professed and confessed to be a demon.
He was that, bruh. If he wanted you out of there, he'll go do it himself on feet by himself.
Von gave me a lot of passes. He could have killed me a couple times.
I was happy as hell when I found out Von was dead. I cooked for the whole day.
I was relieved for the community, man. Because he was over there torturing them guys, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
Something was wrong with him. That's not human, man. You're not regular, man. He was a devil, man.
How are you rich and you're robbing people? You robbing producers. You robbing rappers. You got money.
So from what I hear, that documentary proves everything to be true. He is a serial killer, and he was a demon in human form.
And starting to get why the Second American Civil War is a mess compared to the other civil wars in TFR.
Europeans destroyed Africa. Look at Belgium, bro. Look at all of capitalism's interventions in the 1900s. And before.
Europeans' effect on Africa varied. Some countries were devastated, others were mostly unaffected. Can't generalize an entire continent, Loki.
South Africa is still under economic apartheid.
Will Japan, Korea, and Ireland sink as well?
Rudimentary cultures shouldn't be allowed to exist and dominate a people's psyche.
Bro, a racist, Slavic, lesbian, Cascadian, what?
I'm not racist.
How are you not?
I haven't said anything objectively racist. I said multiple countries that would be considered as white should sink. I've said countries that are predominantly black and Asian should sink. Rudimentary cultures shouldn't be allowed to exist and dominate a people's That's not racist, that's realistic.
Ha 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 ha.
Allowing tribal culture to dictate modern life is just retarded. Keep your culture at home and adapt to a country's culture when you're out in public. Practice whatever religion culture, etc. you want, but don't start bringing it outside your home.
You can be trans, but you gotta detransition when you leave home.
Can't really apply this analogy to the argument because being trans is an entirely different thing. Publicly displaying your trans, gay, straight, etc. outside of designated areas is Jews-like. Who fucking cares? Who fucking cares?
Are you serious, my brother?
In my culture, it's not acceptable.
My bowls are purring.
What is your culture?
My culture is the predominant Western culture.
German.
We have advanced past such tribal cultures of trans shamans.
I'm Scottish and Russian.
Even worse.
Keep those things to yourself.
Aren't you African, bro?
Black American.
So African.
No, Black American.
So African.
No, I have no record of my ancestors before we got shipped over here.
How are you a Black American if Black Americans trace their roots to Africa?
We can't, in the 1990s, we can't forget that.
Cause we've been here for 200
Noob.
years.
This shit gotta be a dream.
United States is a Jewish nightmare.
Just saying shit.
Africa excluding North Africa, South America, and the Middle East. South Asia should be wiped off the map.
Marion, I'm not sure how you expect anyone to listen to you when all you do is troll.
African Americans in the South are on par with tribal warlords. Get New Mexico the fuck out of here too.
0 out of 10 rage bait.
What is the difference between you and Nazis?
I don't endorse Christianity or Islam.
Don't think that disqualifies you.
Definitely does. Hitler was too Jewish. I'm also not white.
Plus, that's a crazy thing to say is your only difference. You're Slavic.
I also don't think we should just kill other people. Do you not remember the... Oh, I forgot. You weren't here.
Huh?
Hispanic, Puerto Rican, technically African but more akin to Arab. We were actually kings. You guys below us were just subhumans, doing everything but forming large civilizations.
Marion is like Nick Fuentes.
Marion! Fuentes!
Don't associate me with the Judeo culture known as Mexicans, too Catholic.
The IDNT Morocco get colonized by Spain.
Yes, and this means they were weak and subhuman.
Truth nuke.
Yet they colonized Morocco and Puerto Rico, clearly more advanced. Catholic M.
Russia was cool when Lenin was in charge.
Clearly more advanced cause they were white. Vikings existed long before Catholicism. And they really just went and said what's up to the Native Americans.
Her beliefs make no sense. She's a lesbian, supports trans rights, right? Good things. Slavic pagan, is anti-Semitic, is admittedly xenophobic, but won't admit that she's racist, even though anyone with half a brain would realize she is. And then you realize she's not even white. It makes so much sense as to why she kept saying North Africa is good, though. North Africa is good. You know, Sub-Saharan Africa, oh. Her entire ideology is, I hate anyone who isn't me and love things that I am. It's narcissism, but as an ideology. Her ideology is Cascadia, LGBT, Russia, Scotland, Morocco. Guess what all these things have in common? They're all things that she largely has no control over. They're all just descriptors of herself. There is nothing smart to her beliefs. She just is and expects everyone to worship her for it. It makes a lot of sense as to why she hates Ukraine so much. She's Russian. Why does she hate other right-wingers? She's a lesbian. Why does she hate the Middle East and Sub-Saharan Africa? Because she's Moroccan. There is no nuance or any thought put into any of it. To quote a Rammstein lyric, I honestly feel bad for her. And I think she needs help. And I hope this video, if she ends up seeing it, will encourage her to get that help. If she did, I think she'd make a fine addition to Cascadia. We need more content creators. That's why I started following her in the first place. But until then, well, I don't think she should expect any refuge from anyone except those godforsaken NTIers, which I don't think she even likes. Oh yeah, and there's this too. Now that I have my bachelor's in history, here's some history for you. Sonnerat is not Slavic. It originated in a German castle, was then acquired by Heinrich Himmler. But you know where else it appeared? On Ukrainian Azov badges. How ironic. Anyways, thank you all for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and free Cascadia now, all that cool shit. Bye.